What's up, you guys? Sim here, Team Symmetry, here to bring you guys something that I've been promising you guys for a while. It's my updated Dark World deck list. Before I get into it, I just want to say thank you to everyone for all their positive responses and feedback on my latest episode of Slim Chat. It was episode 17, Ignoring All the Bullshit. I made that video just to really, just try to clear things up for people who are, having a hard time on YouTube or having a hard time in life, because drama and bullshit is a pain in the ass, and it really does affect people negatively and mentally, and it needed to be said, and I'm glad that I got the positive response that I did, and I hope that everyone got the message, and I hope that, drama and whatever will just, settle down on YouTube, and hopefully people can apply what I said to everyday life. But anyways, thank you guys for that. It really means a lot to me that you guys took the time to watch it. But anyways, I'm here to do Dark World, you guys. I have been running this deck for a while. This is one of my main decks that I test a lot, and I've been liking how this deck has been running. There really is no innovation for Dark World. I've discovered that, and people want to try and mash different archetypes together. It doesn't work, you guys. Dark World does what Dark World does best. It rips apart your hand and beats you down with Grapha. That's how Dark World runs. It's a very simple deck to run, and there's ways to loophole things so that you can OTK your opponent pretty fast. And I based my build on the builds that did really well at the past YCSs. I don't remember. Let me see. There was Toronto. I didn't care for the Dark World decks at Toronto. It was the event after that that I was looking at, because where the event where Six Samurais won, because I felt that Dark World did well at top 32, but I feel that it could do better if a better build if more people were playing it. So that's why I made my deck the way I did. But anyways, I'm not going to waste your guys' time. I'll get into the build, I'll explain some choices. I do have the extra deck, and I'll talk about some things I would side based on the current meta. So we're getting into the deck profile right now, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, you guys, here we go. Updated Dark World. Got it on the tour bus mat, since the 100th YCS was where Mike Ballon brought it to a win, so I just felt it was more fitting than the Nationals mats. Anyways, we'll get into the basics. You gotta run 3 Grapha, best card in the deck. Monster, it's just the boss monster of the deck, beats face, and just does a bunch of shenanigans. It's an MST as well, so this card is standard. Along with the 3 Snow. I think Snow is probably the best card in the deck aside from Grapha. Being able to search is amazing. It's 2,000 under gates, it's a deck dev target, really good card. People think Snow should get hit because Snow is really broken. Snow and Grapha work great together. And of course the 3 Brows. I want to shout out my good friend the Nanigans. He gave me these as a birthday present. I've never had Alti Brows, you guys, and it really meant a lot to me. He surprised me with these, and he made me bling out my deck, because he's like, you're running Dark World, damn it, you have to bling it out. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. So big shout out to you, Nanigans. Thank you for getting me these for me. These really do mean a lot to me, and even when I don't run Dark World, I'll make sure whenever I do that I always have the Alti Brows. So yeah. And now we're running 2 Silva. We're not running Beige. Now a lot of people are going to be like, Slim, don't be stupid. You've talked about how good Beige is, and I know, I've said Beige is amazing. The thing I've noticed though is that you can get Grapha to the board fairly easy. It's not that hard. The thing you can't do with Beige though is you cannot proceed to OTK with them, because Beige, as good as it is, even under gates, is not strong enough. That's why I felt Silva was a better call. Also, Silva is 26 under gates. It's a target for both viruses, and it just works amazing. You can loop this and gates and OTK your opponent. Plus, this opens up rank 5s that weren't available before, and what I like about Silva is that if I'm in a tough situation, I can just use Silva to bait back row and then bounce for Grapha, so Grapha isn't the one getting hit. So this card really put in a lot of work, and I really do like this card. These are Alti Silva, so shout out to the Nanigans again. He gave me a lot of these cards just to make the profile look nice, so yeah. But Silva is definitely in there. This is what Garnell Cooper ran at one of the YCSs, and he said it's because Silva can just beat face and help to OTK, so I went with the same philosophy, and I've actually been very happy with Silva. There hasn't been a point where I've missed Beige, so that's why Silvas are in there. And then to end the monsters, just 2 Tour Guide, because Tour Guide works really well in the deck. On to the spells. Finally got Super Drag Down into the Grave. Fucking sexy as hell. These cards are amazing. Look at that. Look at that shine. That makes me really happy. I was happy when these came Super. This is the most broken spell in the deck. Being able to look at your opponent's hand is so unfair. It just rips apart your opponent's hand, and this card just works really well. I like them. You have to run 3. People who say they don't like this card, I don't understand. This card is the whole philosophy of Dark World personified. We got 3 Dealings. I still like 3 Dealings. They work really well. I don't know why people are cutting Dealings. They think it's not needed, but I mean, being able to draw and discard like a Snow or a Grapha or even a Silva and just get a monster to the board or get something in your hand is just too good not to run 3. So for consistency and turbo speed, 3 super upstarts. Shout out to the Nettigans again. Upstart does what it does. It makes the deck a 37-card deck. Helps you get to your pieces. You don't care about life points because you'll beat them down anyway. And then, unfortunately, the only spell that's not hollow yet but will be in the Arsenal pack, the 3 Gates. Gates is broken. You can do so many OTKs with Silva and Gates that it's not even funny. So that's it for the the main like draw engine and speed engine of the deck. Then we just got Staples, Reborn, Heavy, Dark Hole, Foolish, Allure, and I put a secret card destruction in here just because I love how the secret one looks. So yeah, these cards, they work well. The one card I'm not so sure on is Allure. I only put it in here because I actually was at 39 cards and I realized, oh yeah, I should probably run Allure. I don't like this card that much, but the Tour Guide Leviair play is too broken not to use it, so that's why it's in there. So that's it for the spells. All basic, you guys. On to the traps. 3 super Reckless Greaves. I was so happy this got hollowed. I mean, this is just like, it's so nice. I was at first not going to run Reckless. I was like, well, if you get stuck under Reckless, it kind of sucks. But then my friend Joseph Zhang told me, you have to run Reckless. Like, you have like no choice. And I was like, fine. I'm like, we'll see if it even works. I put it in the deck, and it fucking was amazing. So, shout out to you. I'm not going to doubt you when you say, oh, you got to run Reckless. You definitely have to run Reckless. It opens up bad hands and makes, it opens up your bad hands to get better. So this card just works really well. You have to run them. 2 Compulse. This is what's new. This is what was used in Garnell's deck because Wind Up are a pain, a lot of XYZs are a pain, and having to ram into Zenmaines is a real pain because you have to waste cards on it. I'd rather just go 1-for-1 against it, and this card just does a lot of work. You can bounce your Tour Guide, bounce your Grapha. I love bouncing Grapha. Bouncing Grapha lets me MST or pop something again. People forget, you use it on your own monster, especially in Dark World. You can really gain pluses off this card, so that's why that's in here. 2 Ultra Mind Crush. People said not to run this, and I was completely floored. I don't see why you wouldn't run Mind Crush. You run Drag Down. You run cards that you look at your opponent's hand a lot. They search. Why wouldn't you want to just nick a card out of their hand? That's why I had to run these. I could not run Dark World without these, and I probably never will. Like, some people don't like them. I think they're broken, so that's why they're in here. You have to run Mind Crush. And then last thing, 1 of each virus, because Silva opens up Eradicator, and Eradicator is devastating against decks like Heroes, decks, pretty much every deck that runs a lot of spells and or traps. You mainly call spells with this because you just want to lock down all their key plays, and all their power pushes come from Heavy, Dark Hole, and Monster Reborn, so get rid of those cards and you win the game. And Deck Dev is Deck Dev, hit all the little monsters. So yeah, so that's the deck. It's 40 cards. Like I said, you guys, very basic, but I think that this is a lot better version than the version I was running before because I've tried Trance Archfiend, I've tried a lot of other cards, I just really didn't like them, and I think that this was the most consistent build I could find. But anyways, on to the extra deck. 2 Zenmaines. I run 2 because this card can win you games. When I was playing at locals, I made 2 of these in like 2 or 3 turns, and my opponent just scooped because they would have to waste their entire resource to get rid of this card, and I would always have Grapha coming back. So this card puts in a lot of work. For the rest of the rank 3s, we got Leviathan, Leviair, Golem. Temtempo is amazing, and Miserytham is amazing. If you guys didn't know, this little guy goes to 3600 under Gates of the Dark World. It can get over BLS. I got over a BLS with this card, and it was like the best feeling ever. This card is amazing. You have to run it because it's a fiend, and like everyone forgets, like this card just puts in a lot of work. So definitely include Miserytham. 1 Giga Brilliant. That's for the 3s. For the 4s, we got a Utopia, Maestroke. My favorite card of all time, Pappy. Pappy, save us all. Pappy's amazing. You have to run Pappy. That's it for the 4s. On to the 5s, we got a Tyrus and an Adrius. These cards are live now because of the Silvas. And believe it or not, you actually will make these. You may think you won't, but there are times where you really do make them and they do make a difference, especially Adrius. Adrius is broken in the deck because it's a fiend, so it goes up automatically to 29. Plus, you can pop a card and you can go for game with this card, so this card works really well. Aside from that, I also use 1 Gaia Charger because sometimes my Tyrus or Adrius will be out of material and my opponent will have set a card, so I won't be able to pop it with Adrius. So I basically just make this and run over it. So this card's actually not as bad as I thought. I didn't want to run it, but you know, I had the room, so I said why not. And then the absolute best, and I'm not kidding you guys, the best XYZ in this deck is Heliopolis. I make this card more than you could possibly ever imagine. In all my locals matches, I made this card to win the game. My opponent had to read the card. I just got rid of the cards in my hand, cards on the field. Their entire field was gone, and I pushed with this and Grapha for game. This is a 3,000 beater. This card is absolutely amazing. You have to run it in the deck. Believe me, you may think you won't make it. You definitely will. This card is fantastic, so I highly suggest you guys all run it. Now on to just like some side deck options. My side deck isn't fully built right now because I'm not testing Dark World at the current time, but basic stuff is you need MSTs to get rid of Macrocosmos and D-Fissure. Other cards you can try as alternate discard outlets are Jar, Raven, and Dark Smog. All these cards are good. They're all additional discard outlets. Other cards I like Rivalry over Gozen because they're able to make Soul of Silver Mountain, or whatever that thing's called, and they're able to make other plays off of just Earth monsters. So I felt that Rivalry was more effective now than Gozen. So this card puts in a lot of work against a lot of different decks, so that was really good. Other cards, I still like using Mike Balan's Tech of Jellin Duo. I actually won a game against Windups because of this. He attacked into this, didn't know what it did, it didn't die, and then I tricked him into attacking something else to kill this, and it confused him because he was like, why would you do that? And then I spammed the field with Grapha, so it really worked well. But I like this card over Reaper because people still are using Lance. They're using ways to get rid of Reaper, and Arcane of the Fool can be pappied and destroyed. So cards like this are really beneficial. But that's pretty much it. And then like one card I really like is Return because you banish a lot with Gate, so it's like, why not bring back all your cards? So that's just a general idea. I don't even think that's 15 cards. I think that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 11 cards, so you basically have 4 spaces to kind of just mess around. I would add in Rykos, 3 Rykos, 2 to 3 Rykos, and maybe some other cards just to get rid of the back row that could really be a problem, and possibly even Decree if you have room for Decree. So I feel that that's just like the basics that you can do with Dark World at this current time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this profile. I hope it's as successful as my first Dark World profile. It got like over 16,000 views. Like, that floored me. I hope this one does just as well. This will be the last video for me for this week. I'm busy. I'm actually off to locals right now. I got to do a locals report. I got to do a lot of things. And for people who are asking, yes, I will be at BAMS today, and I will be at BAMS next Saturday for the Abyss Rising sneak preview. So I'll be working it, actually. I'll be recording. I will not be entering myself. I will get my packs, but I'm there to record and to get some good footage of our locals there. So definitely, if you're in the Hayward area, or if you can make it out to Hayward in California, definitely come through. I'd love to meet you. You know, sit down, have some fun games. You know, do deck profiles, do whatever. I will be there the whole day, like today. So just definitely come through and, you know, just support the great thing that we have going on over there at BAMS. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this profile. I really can't say that Dark World can be innovative. It's very hard, you guys. Dark World is something that you just can't really innovate, but I feel that this build is the most consistent right now. Definitely try Silva. If you don't agree with Silva, put in Beige, but Silva works wonders. Trust me, just try it. Just try it. Like, you don't know things until you try them. So let me know what you guys think. You know, thumbs up the profile, 200 plus likes, like, for another profile from me would be great. This is one of my favorite decks of all time, always will be. Even if it's not the best deck in the format, it doesn't matter. It's my favorite deck because it's my play style. I love knowing my opponent's hand and just controlling the game. I'm all about control when it comes to this game, and I feel that this deck personifies that. Then people will say Dark World has a great game 1. Cool. Do we have an uphill battle game 2 and 3? Yes. But if you're a good player and you slow roll the game down, you slow the pace of the game down, you can win. So trust me, this deck is a viable option. Just let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Comment with suggestions, and I will definitely look forward to the rest of your guys' feedback. And I will see you guys all next week for the continuation of my segments. I'll promise I will do back in the days next week. I've just been very busy uploading the profiles from Providence. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. Let me know with your thoughts below. Thumbs it up, and everyone have a good day. And for those of you that are coming to BAMS, I will see you there today and hopefully next weekend. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Thank you for watching.